Hello and welcome to CMST 126, Intro to Mass Media. My name is Rob McKenzie, and I'm not really sure what time of day you're watching this video, but one thing I'm pretty sure about is you've already been exposed to media, probably on your phone several different times. You've been through TikTok, you've been through Instagram, you've been through Snapchat, and even if you're not a social media user, you've probably been exposed to media in other ways too, just traveling around, seeing some TV sets turned on or a radio station playing at a gas station. The fact is that media are all around us, and that's why we have a course like this, and it's called Intro to Mass Media. So in this video, I'm going to be introducing you to the syllabus and the expectations for the course. Let's get started. You can find the syllabus under the Content tab on D2L if you want to follow along. All right, so taking it from the top, this is a 100 level class, which means it's a survey class, which means that we introduce you to the material. I also want to let you know that this is a Gen Ed class, so if you're taking this class and you're not a communication major, you're taking this class as a general education requirement, probably satisfying the fine art requirement under general education. All right, so my name is Rob McKenzie. I just finished out my term as department chair of the Department of Communication in the Department of Communication, and now I'm back to being a professor, and I'm retiring on June the 30th, so this is my second to last class. I have a Ph.D. My Ph.D. is from Penn State University, where I studied mass media, and I studied international broadcasting as well. My phone number is listed there for you, but really the best way to get in touch with me is by email. I answer my email many times during the day, and I'm very quick with email normally. So if you want to meet with me, that must be done with an appointment. So you make an appointment with our secretary. Her name is Marina Cameron. You can see her email address listed for you there on the syllabus. All right, now there's one book for the class. I've used it for many years. It's an excellent book. I've seen it improve many times. We're using the 8th edition in this class. If you're asking me, do you need the 8th edition to pass this class? I can't answer that question because I'm going to be developing the quizzes from the chapters that we're reading in Chapter 8, as well as my own lecture notes. More about that shortly. But the book we're using is called Mass Communication, Living in a Media World, just like I described at the outset of this instructor video. There is one main course objective for this class, and that is to survey the development of mass media and how media are plural, right? Media, they. There's no such word as mediums. The plural of medium is media. So we're going to survey the development of mass media and how mass media impact our lives. And that's going to be the general format of the class. With each day, we'll take on a different medium and we'll trace its historic development and in terms of how it was invented, and then we'll talk about how it affected people after that. Next up on the syllabus is a bunch of departmental outcomes, or are a bunch of departmental outcomes, I should say. I'm going to let you read those on your own. They are outcomes that we expect all of our students, no matter what communication class you're taking in the Department of Communication, we expect all of our students to be able to demonstrate these outcomes. There's also some course outcomes. These are specific to the course. There's a whole bunch of them there for you. Again, I'm not going to read them out. That would be very inefficient on an instructor video, but I'll mention one of them. I want you to understand the multiple roles that audiences and audience research play in the production and the consumption of mass media text. We're going to be talking about how audiences and mass media research come to play. We're going to be talking about media research in our second instructor video coming up in 2 days. All right, if anybody needs special accommodations, extra time on the quizzes, etc., you must present to me a document from the Office of OASIS. That's the office here at ESU that certifies that you need accommodation, and I'll be happy to accommodate you. All right, I do have an email policy. Please check this out. I do require you to use a salutation when you email me. That's a greeting, right? So you say hello, or you say good morning, doctor, or you say hi, or you say professor, but you don't start out an email by saying, when is the quiz due? That's the way that we talk on text. But as we will see in this class, with each medium, it has with it expectations of the structure of communication. And the expectations for our email, there's more of a formality to it. So I want to get you more of a formality to email than there is to texting. So I want to get you in that way of thinking by the time you graduate, and that's why I have this email policy of greeting me with a salutation. Next up is general etiquette. And the general etiquette for the course is the class will begin each day at 5 o'clock. I'll say more about that in a few minutes, and then you have 24 hours to complete the assignments. All right, so let's talk about the lectures. Each day, there are 3 weeks to this course. We have 5 days in each week. We have 15 classes altogether. This is the first one. In each day, you will receive an email from me that outlines the tasks for the day and also reminds you to watch the instructor video. The instructor video is going to be posted every day at 5 o'clock. Each instructor video will cover not necessarily the full content of the chapters. That's not my job to just duplicate the chapters. I'm going to be summarizing and highlighting what I consider to be the most important part of the chapters, and then I'm going to be providing my own material as well. Which brings us to the quizzes now. There are 15 quizzes for the course. Each quiz is 10 questions long. You have 24 hours to complete each quiz. So today at 5 o'clock, the first quiz will open up. It's on Chapter 1 and my instructor video, not this one where I'm introducing the course, but the other instructor video on Chapter 1. And each day you'll have to finish that quiz within 24 hours, so by 5 o'clock the next day. You also get to drop your 3 lowest quiz scores. So overall, we've got 15 quizzes, and you get to drop 3, leaving you with 12 quizzes. The quizzes are 10 questions. Approximately 2 to 3 questions on each quiz will come directly from my instructor videos. I once had a student comment on Rate My Professors making a criticism that I actually test or quiz students on what I say in the class. And for some reason, the student thought that that was, I guess, wrong. That's my job. I'm a professor. I'm supposed to be bringing my own knowledge to the class, and I'm going to test you on that knowledge. All right, let's continue on with the syllabus now. You can see the grade breakdown there. So we've got 15 quizzes. They're worth 10 points each. We're going to drop the 3 lowest scores, and that's going to leave 120 points for the class. Then next up on the syllabus, you'll see the averages that go along with the grading scale. If you want to get an A in this class, you've got to get a 93% or above. You can see what it takes for a B, a C. Hopefully nobody's getting a D or an E, but they're listed for you as well. And now it just takes us to the tentative schedule of events. And so you can see right there on this syllabus page that I'm introducing the course. That's what the instructor video is for. And next up is going to be an instructor video on Chapter 1, which is called Living in the Media World. That's what we're taking on today. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll be taking on mass communication effects. Students who do well in this course, they read the book. They read the book, they study the material, they listen carefully to instructor videos, sometimes playing them more than once, and then they are prepared to take the quiz. The quiz is there for you every day to excel at. And this is Introduction to Mass Media. I'm really glad you've joined my course.